Yo, what is up, everybody? Dark Pro Gamer YT here. Welcome to the 90th episode of the MP Tune Review series. With pain and suffering. With our first choice of car, which is the Nissan GT-R R35, which I have tuned at 1411. The tune that I did is 4-5-10-10. Oh, good lord, here we go with this. Let's go over the stats here. The top speed is good. It is 378, 379 kilometers an hour. But oh god, the Excel is poor. It is 4.223 seconds. 4 fucking seconds! Ouch! Oh no! The handling is stiff. The drift is wide as hell. The nitro efficiency, though, is I would say decent. It's just a Nissan GT-R R35. There's nothing special about it. The decal's nice. You know, the decal makes it look good. But, you know, it's nothing as iconic as the R34 or the R33 or the R32. You know, it's just rounded. It was rounded off. It's not as stylish or the edgy as the other three were. It's just an R35 and its performance is pain. So, without a further ado, let's take this car into multiplayer and see exactly how it does. And we will talk at the end of the races to discuss the final thoughts of its performance before moving on to the second car. Okay, and here we are with my final thoughts for the Nissan GT-R R35 at 1411. Abysmal dog shit. Absolutely abysmal. The only things that are good on it is the top speed and the somewhat decent nitro efficiency. The handling is heavy. That drift is not good. And that acceleration is just pure ass. Oh Lord. The reason it could be better if they would actually rebalance its performance stats. Instead of what they did where they just rebalanced its rank. They didn't do jack shit for the freaking performance. And it's clearly obvious with how it performs. Oh my god. Abysmal dog shit. And just pure pain to use. And not only that, the speed recovery, if you hit anything, it takes forever to get back up. Oh Lord. Now do I recommend tuning it? If you want to, for the shits and giggles of it? And mainly for the pain and giggles? I don't know. Honestly, if you tune this, you're a fucking masochist. Because you're just gonna put yourself through pain. So that wraps up this part of the MP Tune review. Let's move on to the second painful car. And here we are with the second car of pain and suffering we are going to be talking about. This is the Nissan GT-R Nismo, which I have tuned at 1591. The tune that I did is 091010. Here we go again. Alright, let's go with the stats here. The top speed is good. It is 429 for 30 kilometers an hour. The acceleration is slightly worse than the GT-R R35. It is 4.256 seconds. Again, 4 fucking seconds. Ow! The handling is actually kind of alright. The drift is kind of alright. The nitro efficiency is kind of alright. Now, I will admit, I do like the Nismo's look much better than the regular one. Because it's got the edged look to it that it should have for a GT-R like this. And it's just, you know, especially this black and red, it just looks very nice on it, honestly. It's just, but you know, in the end, it's just another R35, nothing special, but at least it looks better than the base R35. So without further ado, let's go straight into multiplayer and see exactly how it can do, and we will talk at the end of the race to discuss the final thoughts of its performance. And now on to my final thoughts for the Nissan GT-R Nismo at 1591. Yeah, okay, this one's a yesent. Okay, I'll be honest. It's unrebalanced, so it makes sense that it struggles a little bit. There are certain cases of unrebalanced cars that actually have better cases, like the MP425 at 1680. When you do it, it's actually pretty good. But this one is one of those cases where it has some issues. And in my opinion, it's a yesent. Why is it a yesent? Because it actually has decently good handling, decently good drift, decently good nitro efficiency, good top speed, but it just has ass acceleration. So, to be honest, I really think, honestly, the Nissan GT-R Nismo is okay in this rank. You just do have to manage that acceleration. So, basically what I'm saying is that the R35 sucks. Sucks. Yes. Totally wasn't going to go to a different direction there. And the Nismo rocks. Ish. Because unlike the R35, the Nismo can steer and drift. Also has a little bit better nitro efficiency. They both have good top speed, but they also both have abysmal dog shit acceleration. So, I don't know if they will rebalance the Nismo. I hope they eventually do. And if they do, then great, because if they put it to like 16, like between like 1678 and 1682, then that's gonna make the most sense for it. You know, since it's a 1683 car. Plus, if they do that, then I'll be able to keep my 15.9X tune, because the tune that it has here will be within tunability. That's what I think I was going for. So, yes. My final overall thoughts for both of these cars. The R35 is a nah. The Nismo is a yeah. They're both somewhat pain, but the Nismo is surprisingly less pain than the R35. So that wraps up this dual MP turn review. I thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.